Hello and welcome. I'm Trip. Today I'm working on the 350Z drift car again, and we're going to be installing a real bash ball to help prevent this stuff. Ouch. Already have a bash ball on the front protecting the front end. I just haven't got around to buying one for the rear yet. Honestly, I've been kind of holding out, trying to find a good deal like on Marketplace, and I've also been looking for tube bindles. That way I can just make my own. I haven't been able to find any local for a good deal, so finally just bought a bash ball. So I did end up picking up this Enjuku Racing Spec real bash ball. It was on sale. It was also cheaper because it's unpainted and also doesn't have the jacking point. I think all in all, plus shipping and all that stuff, I think it ended up being right at 300 bucks. That's still more than I want to pay, but I think they're still worth to have, especially for the price point. Because if I did already have it, that damage probably wouldn't have been as bad, because the pole would have been here, I probably would have hit the barrier I hit first, and that would have taken the brunt of it, instead of denting in my damn quarter panel. But it is what it is part of drifting. So the idea is, the reason I didn't mind doing the unpainted one is because I was going to paint it gold like my other front one to match, so it's going to get painted anyway. And I can make my own jacking point. I got plenty of scrap laying around and a welder, so I can make my own jacking point. It's only a little stubby.
I'll have to ask my accountant about that.
Yes, I can use this as a jacking point, but over time I'm just going to be scraping all the paint off, and it's going to start to rust. So yeah, that's why I want a jacking point. It's also, it makes it more secure onto the jacket itself. Also, sometimes I just feel like making something. But before I pull the car in and take the bumper off, take the old crash bar off, I'm going to work on this guy, weld it up, paint it, and do all that jazz. Then I'll pull the other car in. Plus, this car's a lot better to look at anyway. Also, one of the reasons I'm a big fan of having a crash bar front and back, I have a crash bar on this car, right into the wall at very high speed, and it probably saved the car. If I didn't have it, this car probably would have been written off. So let's see what we got. I could probably get away with using this little stubby I have, because it doesn't have to be very long, just long enough to extrude out in a place to weld this guy on, which of course I'm going to make it look better. So obviously I'm going to have to notch this out to meet the radius of that ball, and I'm kind of probably make this shaped similar to this guy. Okay, I got these two guys made. Now I gotta weld them together, then weld it onto the ball. Figured it'd be easier to weld this to this before welding it to the ball. That way I can get kind of down in this groove without this guy in the way. Disclaimer, I'm not a very good welder. I've been welding for years, probably over 10 years now, and I'm still pretty shit at it. They say practice makes perfect. Practice a lot, I'm still shit at it. I don't know. I can make things stick, it just won't look pretty. Okay, so it's welded on. It's not pretty, so I'll just stand back here and look at it. It will work. Now I need to clean it up, sand it down a little bit, and paint it. Well, I'll primer it first, then I'll paint it. So I got the wheel crash bar all painted up, ready to go. Of course, now gotta move on over to the car and start removing that rear bumper. Probably gonna end up chopping some of the bottom portion off. So I'm pretty sure in order to take this bumper off, I gotta take both of the tail lights out, and pretty sure there's some clips underneath, clip underneath here, and maybe some in the middle, and it should come out.
5 minutes later.
Hey, I got the back bumper off. It wasn't too bad. It is still dirty, even though I spent a lot of time cleaning this thing. I guess I didn't do a very good job behind the bumper, which is kind of hard to get. So I'm definitely going to have to clean this. You know, I just cleaned my garage. It's getting filthy again. But now I got to take the actual stock crash beam bumper off. Which to remove that is just a few 12 mils. So I'll zap that off real quick. Okay, the crash beam is off. The thing is actually decently heavy. It might be a similar weight to that. I also took these guys off on both sides. That little bracket should have 8 12 mils on each side and all. Now that everything's out of the way, we can throw the actual crash bar on. Should just use 8 12 mil bolts to bolt it where the old crash bar was in. Pretty self-explanatory. Hey, I got the crash bar in, went on pretty easy. There is 6 bolts, not on each side, not 4 bolts on each side. So 12 in all. Another reason I went with this roll bar over some of the others, there's a lot of others that stop about here and don't go in there, which I wanted that because it's more protection. Especially on this side, like I was saying before, if I had this bar here, that probably wouldn't have been as bad. Now, of course, next is the bumper, which I'm trying to decide if I want to push the car out and wash the wheel and wash the bumper first. Well, I wasn't recording, but when I went to wash the bumper, the hose exploded and got me all wet. Well, at least the bumper's wet. Guess that means I'm not washing the car, which is not the end of the world, they'll be fine. Yeah. I did a test fit of the bumper over and it clears everything. Some roll bars don't clear, so you have to chop it. I'm probably not going to chop mine because, yeah, everything should fit just fine. And it should have a little bit more cleaner look with the bumper complete. I already have 2 race cars of cut bumpers anyway. I don't need a third. Hey, the bumper is done. It all, the factory bumper went on like normal. My bumper was already cut down in the middle, so I didn't have to do any additional cutting. But if you do have this roll bar and do it yourself, you might have to chop out the center, maybe. It was already cut when I got it, so I don't know how much it intrudes. But regardless, I think it looks pretty good, can't even tell, except for the little poke, little stud sticking out. Makes it easier to get the jack under the there, jack it up, change the tires. Yeah, pretty simple install, even though I had to modify it myself a little bit. Obviously that's something that you don't have to do. You can still jack it up even without the little thing. Probably no problem. I just wanted to go that little extra mile, make it a little bit better. Since I had everything apart, I was able to knock this guy out just a little bit. Still all wrinkly and ugly, but looks a little bit better than it did before. So if you're getting to drifting, I do highly recommend getting bash balls from front and back before running into things, because I guarantee you, even though they're slightly expensive, it's still probably cheaper than replacing a bunch of panels and doing body damage and paint and repair and all that stuff. So you save money in the long run by having them. So yeah, get you a bash ball. But that is it for this video. Probably the next video is probably going to be Road Atlanta. I'm taking the Fit to Road Atlanta for Good Life and Formula Drift. So there'll be two major events there the same weekend. So it's like a double whammy. So of course I'm there doing time attack, probably the only time attack session I'm going to do all year. Shortly after Road Atlanta, I'm going back to Polecat with this guy. So yeah, got a lot of stuff coming up. Then shortly after that, probably a little bit longer after that, I plan on doing Imported Alliance. Probably will take the Z. Normally I do the HPD EE stuff and do track stuff, but I think I'm going to jump over to the drift side this year so I can play on National Super Speedway. But that is it for this video. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, because I need to bump up those numbers, they're kind of small, and go ahead and hit the like button as you're at it. And I will see you next time. Peace.